Kevin, I keep messing up. Invite a guest. They copied. Okay. More. Post a comment. Paste. I think I messed it up. I don't know. Hi, Al's pals. Hi, Deborah Van Couverton, Joyce Miller, Fogarty. We're just waiting to see if Carolyn comes on. I don't know. Just gonna stay on for a few minutes, not very long. Hi, Judy with an I. Danielle C. Tracy Walker. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, banners. Create a banner. It should come on across the thing. I'm sorry. Davita, hi. Hi, Sensible Crime. Susie B. Bridget. Sorry, shares. I tried to make a banner. There's no banner, is there? I was trying to put the number. I think it's great that Carolyn has a warm-up act. Yeah, we don't know if she's coming. I don't know. I'm thinking since she didn't go to sleep, maybe she's not, but she always surprises us too, right? Okay, guests. I'm going to try to get that StreamYard's number up. Invite a guest. Copy to clipboard. Copied. More. Post a comment. Paste. Chat. Christy Love in the house. Okay, see that little StreamYard's there? Did that light up like blue or anything like that? You know how you'll see that light up in chats? Yes, Carolyn needs to get more sleep. Hi, Henny, #1 fan. I just thought I'd take the crowd that's looking for her right now, stay on for just a few minutes, and then we'll go. Yes, it has. Okay, it lit up, so it's got to be right then, right? It worked, yes. Now somebody has to use it. Somebody just click on it. I'm blocked in Carolyn's live, so glad to be chatting here in Scooter's live. Angie, why are you blocked? Because I do remember you. We had the Angie with either the lowercase or the capital A. I can't remember. Did you get blocked? And oh, you can't, you mean? Is that what the thing is? You can't call in because you're blocked somehow, but you're not supposed to be? Okay, somebody's here. had to stream.
Hi, Scooter.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm okay.
What are you mad about?
My neck.
Your neck?
Yeah, yeah. You remember I got that new bandage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I can't take it off. It
Oh
was,
no.
yeah, it was put on by the doctor. So he said
Oh
two
my
days.
goodness.
He said 2 days the pain would be less. Today's the second day. No, I guess it's not the second day. I guess it would be 2 days would be tomorrow, 2 complete days. So
So you think it'll work?
I mean, it's there to do a job, but it's just not like a regular bandage. So it's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to help close it. Carolyn has the picture somewhere. You'd have to see it to understand it. Not the
Okay.
new bandage, but the neck.
Okay.
So,
Um, Danielle, would you call in too, please? Calling
Scooter,
Danielle.
are those headphones or is that a headband or what are you wearing?
These are those new, they're not headbands. I mean, they're not earbuds. They're like earbuds. You don't have to put them in your ears.
That's cool
They
because
have these little rabbit.
earbud. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because earbuds never fit in my ears.
yeah. These are earbuds. They're the new ones.
Where'd you get them?
Gosh, where was it? Oh, I can't remember.
Well,
Uh,
when you remember, let me know because that would be great for me.
you just clip them in your hair.
Yes, my right ear doesn't hold the earbud. Doesn't fit.
Max says unicorn antenna. They're bunnies. They're bunny antennas.
Do they come in a lot of styles?
And Davita, you too. Davita and Danielle, please. We can have 6 people up here. Come on. Come on, guys.
Where's
Let's get this.
Lexi in bed already?
No, she's in the living room.
Oh, Maddie's song singing that was beautiful. I
Oh,
didn't
was,
know. I
wasn't it
didn't know she
though?
sang. It's beautiful.
She loves to sing. Yes, she loves it. And I love listening. We
Amazing.
all love listening.
It was very nice.
I believe it was Amazon. I got these from. They're what do you call it? Prototypes. Only only special YouTubers get them.
Oh,
We
okay.
try them. Yeah, we try them for free, and then if we like the way they work, then we endorse them. Hi, Alicia Bissell.
Hola, Alicia. I can't see
Davida.
chat. I can't see the chat. So, hello, everybody.
Danielle. Moo. Hi, Jay Quinn. I got to keep checking and make sure Carolyn, when she pops on,
I
let me
think she
know.
might actually be sleeping. They had a really long day yesterday.
I know, right?
Yes.
And she was up all night. Hey,
Yeah.
again. Cocoa Pebble. Yeah, Lexi's cereal. Come on. Moo, are you here? Come on up with me and Mimi.
What did you do today, Scooter?
Was on the phone almost all freaking day. It was awful. But what can you do, right? Oh, she does need to sleep. And I was
Yeah.
going to go to sleep. Yeah, myself. I thought I'm going to just go on for a little bit and see if Carolyn comes on. Hi, Whisper to me. Yes. Nobody knows if she's having bad weather up there, right?
I don't know, but somebody earlier, I'm not sure who's put in
Okay, Kevin.
Slack that they weren't gonna have internet until like 5 a.m. I don't know who that was. I don't know if that's her internet provider.
Okay.
But she would have texted you. What called you?
Let's
I
see
thought
now if
she's
I
just
can.
really out on that nice massage chair she has.
Right.
You know how sometimes you just, well, I don't know what it's like to really sleep, but sometimes when you've been going for a long time, you actually just really need to sleep.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Moo. We'll
I don't know.
freak
I don't know.
Moo.
I saw an alligator on the news today. I wonder if that's
Yeah,
really Mr. Chompy.
really?
We have really bad news here in Miami. There's Moo. I think I heard something. No,
Hi, Kathy from Texas. Hi, Nicole Griffith. Hi, Tracy Pattison.
I hear a phone ringing.
Call has been forwarded to an automated. Oh boy. Why are they all ignoring me?
What time is it? It's 2:43. We're all
Hmm,
usually awake at this time.
I know. Carolyn didn't answer. Moo's voicemail picks right up. I didn't even know she had voicemail.
Everyone's got voicemail.
Hi, Lisa H.
I'm trying to find another device so I can see chat, but I think it's dead.
I'm thinking she's sleeping, maybe, Nicole Griffith. Maybe. Or she could still come live too. You just never know with her. You hear the thunder
Yeah.
storming here. You can hear it?
No, I hear rain outside my house.
Oh, yeah. We have it here.
It's not like a constant rain though. Like it drizzles, goes away.
These
I
are
just
working really well, Mimi. These
I need I need to get
earbuds.
something like that because the earbud does not fit in my right ear.
Well, these just clip in your hair.
I'll check out Amazon and I'll use our affiliate link so I can contribute.
Okay, Davita, fine. Jeez.
I know Davita's in chat.
Oh,
But
she said she won't be on tonight. Oh,
she
okay.
needed some rest. She
Oh,
really
look at
needed some
Moo.
rest.
Call in, Moo. Call in for a few minutes. I just came on to say hi. I thought Carolyn might go on, but Davita said she's not. Come on now. Scooter, yeah, okay, yeah. Um,
She didn't sleep
Catherine
the night
Clapman
before.
says, Catherine Clapman wants to know, where is Lisa D nowadays? Is she okay? She is okay, Catherine Clapham. She is not sick. She has a lot going on right now. So that's why she's not on, but she's okay and she will be back. She misses everybody. It's just those things, you know? Oh, Linda Hassan, thank you. We're glad to have you. We're just here. It was the pre-mommy rambling show, but I just found out she canceled on us tonight. Davita, did she sound real tired? I bet she did. Moo, call in
And you
for a
can
minute.
imagine, Scoots, that she's also taking care of Jimmy as well.
Well, yeah, but she still needs her ramblers. Jeez, aren't we important? Hi, Carol Plant, Tracy B.
Oh, I think I'm going to be able to get into my other device and see chat.
Sensible Crime. Scooter is like Ed McMahon. Precious Stoner. I would expect that MRB is taking care of her husband post
That's what I
surgery,
think.
as she
Yeah,
should. Give
definitely.
her a break. Seriously. No, Precious Stoner. I don't have to. She has to be here for us 24/7, no matter what. We don't give her a break at all, ever. Right, Forgety? These are nice guys. I am going to end up endorsing them. What company are these from? Let me see here.
Gotta
They are
find the box.
from Moo right here. Hi, Chelsea. Moo, I'll put it right in again. I feel so professional because I can do this right now. Post a comment. Paste. And his chat. And it worked. You're doing an excellent job holding down the fort. Thank you. I'm trying to find out the name of these in case anybody wants to take a look.
I want some, so when you find out, let me know.
They are from the IGT Global Solutions Corporation.
Did they have more than one style?
Well, I have the bunnies. You know, they sent these to me for free. Well, thank you, Angie. She says my lives are getting better. Davita says I'm a hot shot. Yes, Mimi, I picked out the bunnies, okay? They have
They're cute.
unicorns, they have mice,
Cats?
kittens,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I'll get the
yeah,
kittens.
kittens, puppy dogs.
Moo
They have
probably
a
wants to know if
donkey.
they have
Yes, Forgity. They have a
gators.
donkey. What?
Moo would probably want to know if they have gators.
I know. I think they do. Might be either an alligator or a crocodile.
Uh, I thought they were like like little ponytail clip things before.
Well, they are, but that's what you think they are. You don't realize that they're actually that special earbud type deal.
That's
You
gonna
can
be
get them
great
in
for
different
me.
colors. Very different. Yeah, very nice. Hi,
Very
Berg
cute.
Strong and Adventures with Beth. Donkey, not donkey, donkey. They would match your bunny slippers. Lisa H., how's your mom tonight? Hi, Bergstrom. Nicole Griffith, these are very special, one of a kind, prototype, non-earbuds. Clip in your hair. And you can get special messages. That even aren't on YouTube.
Hi, Sean Sneed.
Hi, Sean Sneed. Yeah, the company is asking me to try them out. They've only picked certain YouTubers. The bigger ones like myself. Oh, she's sleeping good. Okay, good, Lisa H. Yeah,
We have
they're
66 people. Don't forget to hit the like button.
yes, please. Thank you.
What did I do? Okay.
So I'm trying
StreamYards.
them.
What are you trying to
Mhm.
do, Scooter? What are you trying to do to make us happy? Because we thought you guys were ignoring us for the whole night.
No, I just thought people would like to come say
Yes.
hi
Thank
for a
you
few
for coming
minutes.
on. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
You're welcome.
You know that I'm up all night, so.
Right, right. So I thought you would appreciate it,
I
right?
do. I do. Absolutely. I didn't know
Lisa
what I
H.,
was
can
going to
you hear
do.
me? Lisa
My
H
next,
was sent a pic. Mimi, just let me tell
yes,
you something real quick. Lisa
sure,
H,
sorry.
she was sent a pair of these as well because the company asked if I knew of anybody else that
Ah,
would could use them. And so I recommended her, and her and I can hear messages back and forth for real. We can talk to each other through these. Which ones did you get, Lisa? Hi, Bunny, darling. She was going to pick out her own, and we can talk to each other all day and night, Mimi. You don't even have to be online or anything.
that's
They're awesome,
crazy.
isn't it?
Yeah.
ITG International Global International Corporation. Aren't they? Moo said she was calling in. I think she was tricking me.
It's different when you call in on StreamYard.
Is it? All you got to do is push that thing, right?
I had to wait for you to accept me, I think.
Right. It'll show when there's a little thing here. It says guess, and then it'll light up, and you just push that, and it shows you. But yeah, they are like walkie talkies.
Oh, remember those?
Isn't it for contact with the space station? You know, sometimes I think I'm getting that. You know, the space station that goes around the Earth.
I think it
Sometimes,
has a name. I don't remember the name.
yeah. Sometimes, you know what? I think do you want to know something? Sometimes I
That
do hear NASA talking to them. Woke me. Oh,
Hello,
I think
Scully.
somebody's here. Moo. I think Moo's here. Oh, she is here.
Hello.
Yes, she is.
Hi.
Hi, Moo.
Well, oh, I love your little cow thing.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out, I can't figure out if there's a lag or not.
No, there
Um,
isn't.
there isn't?
I don't think there's a lag.
Oh, okay. I've never called in on StreamYard, so
Yeah.
I'm new at this. I was sound asleep. Did you ring my phone or did that come from Evans?
I did call your phone because I was trying to get you to come up.
Okay, it's so funny because I actually got so much sleep. It was great. I was sound asleep.
Oh, and I woke you up. Hi, Alma, my boo.
I was like half waking up and I heard the phone ring and I thought, oh, I wonder who that could be. But then, I'm still bleary eyed. So, how is everybody?
Oh, doing well. Oh, I just heard you, Lisa H. Lisa H. Mimi has the squirrel ones, the ear transmitter things. I can hear her right now. Okay, tell your mom to have a good night. Tell her I love her too. She's very sweet. Yes. Okay.
Hi, Linda.
Hi,
What is
Joyce Miller.
what is that cute?
Linda Uribe.
What is that
It's
little
Storm.
critter?
What,
Oh,
Moo?
what is that cute little critter on your head? Is that a bunny?
Yeah, they're the bunny ear transmitters.
Oh, they're so cute.
Thank you.
That's
They're
super.
a prototype.
Oh,
Hi, Raina P.
do they let you turn your cam on? I mean, can you flip it around, or does it have to point at your face?
What do you mean?
Well, there's a cam button, but if you click it, will it give you an option to point at the room, or will it only point at your face? I mean, can you flip the camera?
I don't know. I don't know.
StreamYards is a new
Wow.
thing. This is my first foray into StreamYards.
Why are you wanting to show something?
No, I just usually, like to show my little
Well,
critter.
do it. Just turn it on. It should be fine. Turn it on, but make sure it's
Make sure
going the
I
direction you
clothes
want.
on.
Just put it on your nightgown or something. Okay, it's something green. It's dark.
That's that's my masking tape, and there's my thumb moving over it. But I'm trying to figure out if it lets you flip the camera. Apparently not.
It should be fine. I don't know why it wouldn't be.
But I can't flip it. I mean, it's pointing at the at my face.
Well, why would I have to do that?
I don't think so. Usually you can flip the camera.
Sure,
So
sure.
there's
Oh, okay, Lisa. Yeah.
I don't see a
Okay.
flipping button, but that's
Try
okay.
it, Lou.
I mean, all I could do is peel this off, but then you'll see me standing here in my polka dot bikini.
Well, we want to see. Come on, Moo. Come on. Let's get some excitement in here. Hi, Eva Pole.
I only show up in person for the secret.
Kathy from Texas, they do, yes. One ear raises the volume, the other ear will lower it. Scooter got her upset. Who? Who'd I get upset? Oh, Carolyn? Oh, Elma wants to see Chompy. Moo.
Oh, I wish I could show you. Can I post stuff here? I don't see
I
a menu
think so.
to let me do cool stuff.
Will it or won't it? Just try it.
Try what? There's no menu. Like there's
Let me see. Let
there's
me
no
try
air
something.
pictures or anything. I have such cute pictures of Chompy too. Oh my gosh.
Layout?
I wonder what Moo's gonna do when Chompy grows up.
Well, they take them away.
Like your community, they just leave them as babies and then they come take them away and
Yeah, they're in every body of water, and so the wildlife authorities remove them from private areas like this because this is not a waterway; it's a private lake. And
right.
there's no access. So for a place like this, they just remove them to preserve a non-populated preserve. Um,
I'm sure
Kevin,
you're gonna be
yeah,
sad.
they are pretty strong, Kevin. They are pretty strong. Sorry, sorry I interrupted you, Mimi. Hey, look, I changed the layout a little bit.
yeah, I see that. I'm trying to figure out now. There's still no options.
This is the free version.
That's so funny.
And what did you do today, Moo?
I slept. I listened to the live, and it was just it was so great. It was such a relief. I don't know if you guys are talking about that at all. I won't bring it up if we're just going to
You
stay.
can talk. You can talk about it. It's
I
all
was
good here.
such a relief because those people should understand the damage they did to me. They put me in their Discord. They mined the two of the people who were my supposed friends had mined my Facebook, which is closed. I don't have a public face. Are you there, Scooter?
Yeah, we're still all here, Moo. Oh no, where did Scooter go?
Scooter's gone.
Just me and you, Moo.
Oh,
So What did these were Facebook friends,
Wait, I'm
correct?
waiting for Scooter. Are you back?
Yeah,
just
sorry, I
said
accidentally. It was my fault.
Oh, okay.
You go ahead.
I started to where's Scooter? Scooter, where are you going? Oh
I
my God.
started to watch today's live, and then my boss texted me and he's like, I need you in this Zoom. And so I left and I came back, but it was already going towards the end. But Carolyn was in a better mood towards the end. So
Oh, that
that
was
was good.
great live. I mean, she was just, it was great. She laid it all out there what these silly, stupid people were doing. I mean, the idea that they're trying to hide what they're doing, it's so dumb. It's all on the screenshots. There are thousands of them. And what's so funny is that when I had posted on my, I don't even have, I'm not a YouTuber. The only channel I have is my little pets. But
Right.
when I did post back when I was like really pissed at these fools. I mean, it was really horrible because it was damaging what they did. And to see my personal life put there with my Facebook information and people that I had trusted enough to be Facebook friends, because I don't have an open Facebook. If you go look at my Facebook, you're not going to see anything at all unless you're my friend. And they went in there and shared my Facebook information, and they only had access to it, not because it's public, but because they were my friends, supposed friends. And I was
Right.
really shocked. I couldn't believe someone would do that and put my life in danger like that. This Kim CS, since I had to, Kim, I know you're listening, Kim. Because of the danger you put me in, Kim, I had to have you investigated because basically you opened up your Discord channel to a whole bunch of strangers and then put my information there. So now I guess you know everything about me, but I know everything about you too now and your little buddies because I had to have you guys investigated because you threatened my security and my privacy like that. The stuff you put in Discord, Kim, it was absolutely unconscionable that you encouraged your little pals and all those strangers. You know how many moles you still have in Discord? You think that you're operating in privacy? You're such a fool. You have no idea. You have no idea. Everything you think you and Kaz and all your little icky friends, you think you have secrets. Well, you don't. You're just stupid. And if you ever come to my town, trust me, they know who you are. And if anything happened to me because of the strangers that you unleashed into my life, the first people they're going to call are you and Kazbat and your little other friends that we won't name right now. But what you did, and then Casbat, for you to put that disgusting little, oh, you're always so mentally unstable and we're all victimizing you. Do you know what you did to me? Do you have any idea what your nasty crap did to me? And not just me. I'm only telling you because I know because of what you did, and you're sitting always Casbat is the victim. Oh, Casbat's suffering. So Casbat has general anxiety disorder. We're so mean to her. What a bunch of crap. So,
Yeah.
everything you wrote, all of your screenshots are out there. And you're going to see them. I'm not going to, I'm not going to have anything to do with it. I'm not going to dirty my channel with your shit. Forgive my language, Scooter, but these are
No, go ahead.
they're
Cuss it
filth.
up.
They're just filthy. And Kim, you are just disgusting. You had you and Casbat sitting there with your stupid little rants, pretending you're having services for somebody who was horribly injured and capitalizing on that so you can lead church services for what a load of crap. You people are so disgusting. It was so disgusting. Anyway, so I hope you're all happy. I hope you're all sitting with the friends you like, if you have any left at all. Uh, and
April
but
F. Hi.
you
Sorry,
really
Moo, go ahead.
no. I just think
I
these are
want you to tell your truth. Tell your truth. Come on.
and Kim. What are you? You're 47. You're about to. What did you just turn 47 or something? And you're supposedly a grown up. Casbat, you're pushing 50. You two are grown ups, and you did this nasty, nasty crap to me. I never did anything to these people, never. And they're in there threatening to release all the texts because I texted with them, and it's just like, what kind of people do that? And it just and the funny part is though, it's like what Carolyn demonstrated today. They can put out all these little slivers of texts and twist them, but I also have all the texts, ladies. Not Kim. I didn't even know that woman. She was just some thing that appeared during the marathon, and I was like, God, you know, who's this
Who?
person?
Oh, Kim?
Yeah, Kim. I
White
mean,
Tiger?
I never met White Tiger slash Kim CS in my life. I never met her.
Wait just a minute, Moo. Mimi, I muted you only because it was making a weird crackling, popping sound again. When you have something to say, I can unmute you, okay? That was the only reason why I did it, just so you know. All right? Just let me know, and I can unmute you if you can't do it yourself, okay? Just like type in the chat. Okay, I think she knows I didn't do it to be mean. Hi,
No,
Janra.
no, no. I think because I'm watching the chat on another device, so I just moved it. I'm not going to be able to look at chat. I think you can't
Okay.
have them close together for some reason.
Right. Okay, maybe that's what it was then.
I don't know. It just started again.
Yeah, if it starts doing it, I'm going to mute you again, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Moo.
Oh no, I just want these grown women to understand that they can't hide from the truth of what they did, and it's just absolutely shabby. And they're playing innocent. They're playing so innocent. And Kim, you're so proud of your Marine son, who I won't name, and you're so proud of your Marine son. But I wonder if the Marines would be proud of a Marine mom that does what you did, where you take an innocent person like me. I never even met you, and you are in there all laughing at me, laughing. And then my former friend Mandy, hello Mandy, I wonder if you're listening, is over there saying, "Ooh, to listen to Moo, you think I think I'll run over to MRB and get cured." Well, you know what? During Casbat's that repulsive hit job she did that Carolyn was quoting today, for when leaving the Ramsey community. She always, Kaz loves to come across as this wonderful, big-hearted lady, and she's so kind and wise and always comforting to everybody. And, and there she's saying, what wonderful good the Rambler community does, and she hopes it goes from strength to strength, and she wishes them nothing but good. And then she's in there torpedoing the hell out of us. And Mandy, you're in there laughing at me because I came to MRB for support. And Mandy posts that I've got the screenshots. Mandy's in there saying, "Oh, I'm going to run the MRB so I can get cured." What kind of people are you? I thought you were my friend, Mandy. You were in my Facebook too. Why? What did I do to you? I never did anything to you. And I'm not going to mention the person that I was closest with. I honestly think she's a victim. I, I, I had the last message I had from her. She said that she and Kaz, and apparently Kazbat, who does run quite a bit of the, or did, I mean, I think she's complete has been now, but when she was still, running the show over on the rats and everything, I get this, I find myself unfriended by Kazbat and my not, not real friend. And,
Moo, Kathy from Texas wants, can you see what she wrote on the board there, the screen? It's on the screen.
where did all of this take place?
Yes.
What do you mean where?
Um, okay, Lisa.
Oh,
Uh,
it was in Kim CS's Discord, which she operates under the name White Tiger, but her identity is fully known. And by the way, Kim, I think you have a lot of damage on the side of your brick house. It may cost you a bit of money, but you need to have that facade looked at. The side of your house. As you face the house on the left side, looks like a lot of the bricks are falling down. So you should probably get that taken care of.
well, hey, Moo, I don't blame you because, man, they did a number on you. You know, you have a right to speak your truth, right?
I
And I
sure
hate that
do.
term, but you have a right to say what they did to you. How about that?
And Yilva, you had quite a lot to say. I've never ever even met you. I know you from your Facebook, and you were in there with all of your. Well, I have those screenshots. I mean, everybody has the screenshots, but there were just thousands, and the ones I have are the ones where they trashed me, and everybody saw all of them. I mean, it was just global. It wasn't just me. I'm only speaking about what they did to me personally for no reason. Ilva, I wonder what your employers, the people that company that you work for, I wonder what they would think of one of their people in there talking about, you don't know me. And you're in there saying I'm a broken woman and I'm vain. And you're discussing my personality disorders as if you know me or what anything in my life. The only conversation we ever had on a Zoom was I asked you how to pronounce your name. And I probably have it wrong, but you said it was something like Yilva. And I try to, get people's names right. So I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name, Yilva. But you ought to be ashamed of yourself because you do not belong in my life. And those screenshots of all the crap that you said about me, those are forever. And the ones I showed when I did post that stuff on my channel, and I took it down. I did take them down, but they're all still there. Um, I don't really want that filth in my channel, but I did have the courtesy to rub out your names, even though I have no obligation to do it. You were posting in a public area where everybody could see it. All of these strangers, the stuff you said. Do you think Kim CS was bothering who was in? I mean, anybody could get in there. Everybody was in there. Everybody's reading what you wrote. Personal stuff about so many of us. Just filthy, gossipy, mean girl stuff. And everybody goes on about what a mean girl Carolyn is. You have no idea. You have no idea the stuff that Carolyn is withholding. She's not going to stoop down to your filthy level of releasing all the personal stuff and texts that people have with each other, twisting them the way you did today, Casbat, with your. Oh, the other thing I love about Casbat is that she keeps her hands clean. She always has little deputies do all the dirty work, and then Casbat stands there with like a big wise woman just standing there saying, "Oh no, everything." She's always talking about peace and tranquility and meditations, and she's letting her little stupid tools do the work. And guess what, Kim? Casbat doesn't have a lot of respect for you. You may not know that yet, but what she says to your face isn't what she says behind your back. So you might take that into your little pea brain. And that's really all I have to say. But these are really repulsive people, absolutely repulsive. And that's really
They
all.
are. They are.
And I
They
and
set you back, didn't they, Moo? They almost made
well,
you.
yeah, okay. You know what I'm going to do, because Mandy thinks it's so funny that somebody who's as sick as I was when I came here. I literally. Oh, now you're going to say I'm sad fishing. Well, I'm not sad fishing. You know why? Because
It's the truth.
I'm 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 healthier now, and I'm living in a house where I don't have a mortgage. So you can laugh at me all you want, but I managed to retire without a mortgage or debt. And when I moved to this house, I was having it upgraded. I was so sick, and this is where they say, "Oh, she's sad fishing." I was so sick in New York. I was doing this lying on my back with FaceTiming the wonderful, wonderful man and his team that did, the contractor who did my renovations. And I was practically dead, and I literally could not walk 10 or 15 feet. And I did not think I would live to get to my house. I did not think I would live to get to Florida because I was that sick. And I had been recovering from COVID, and I still, my lungs, you can hear what my lungs are like. I was practically dead. So you can laugh at me all you want, Mandy, and the rest of you, but I did not expect to get here. And when I got here in a wheelchair, I believed, and here, let's hear the rounds of laughter, people. I believed that when I did get here, that I came here to die. And at least I thought I'll die happy because it's so beautiful here. It's so peaceful. And I really like calling in because I was with my friends, and I could call in, and no matter how bad I felt and how sick I was, and the fact that I do have, oh, here's some more sad fishing. I have really bad neuropathy, so I'm in 24/7 burning nerve pain. And if you want to know what that's like while you're giggling, stick your thumb into your funny bone as hard as you can. And when you can't take it anymore, don't take your thumb away, push harder, okay? Then you'll have an idea of what neuropathy is like. And opioids and stuff don't cure it. So when you have nerve pain, you basically are in agony all the time. And I'm sure that's also very funny to you. So when I got here, at least if you're going to be in chronic pain, it's easier if you're in an amazing place and you have amazing friends. And I thought I did have amazing friends, and I do. But Casbat and unfortunately my other friend, I have a reserved love for that person. I really do. I'm not going to mention her name. She knows who she is. I'm sure all of you know who
Right.
that is. And I did love her, and my friendship with her, from my end at least, was genuine. I really cared about her, and it really distressed me.
Wait, Moo, just a minute. Rose Lane, I'm going to put the link in. You can call in, okay? Tell us what your problem is, okay? Call in, Rose Lane. I'm going to put the link in again. Call in.
So
Mimi, you're making that noise again.
All right, I'm gonna have to turn it off completely. I'm gonna mute.
Okay. Love
So-
you, Mimi. Nothing personal, girl. Call in. There's for you, Rose Lane. Go ahead. StreamYard. Call in, tell us what the problem is. You're welcome to. I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated. Maybe I don't do it all the time, but I try. I'm not saying I'm perfect. And Bridget is standing up for Moo, who's been treated terribly by these people. Moo wasn't on here for a couple of months because they well, I wouldn't say, it wasn't terrorized, was it, Moo?
It was for me. It was for me. It was
For
for me.
Moo,
And
yeah.
what I'll just say, you know, I do have trouble talking. That's one thing the trolls are right about. I do have, you know, I'm not a people person, and I do, you know, this is an unusual thing for me to socialize, and it's yeah, I do get on tangents, so I'll try to stick to the point. The first was that uh, the last texts that I had from my friend, and they were actually very affectionate texts. I didn't delete any of these. Saying, you know, and it was saying that she had to unfriend me on Facebook without notice, by the way. I was unfriended by Casbat and this other friend. Well, Casbat is not my friend, God knows. Uh, but the person, I'll still just say my friend, she said that she had to unfriend me because Casbat, and she noticed that Carolyn had said something about, oh, Jan, thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much, Jan. I appreciate you saying that.
We all care about you, Moo. You know that. We all care about you.
Thank you,
I'm
Jan.
glad you're getting to get this off your chest.
I
You need this, Moo.
hope more people will explain what they did. But anyway, what happened was my friend said that she had unfriended me because she and Kaz had seen that Carolyn asked me if Lisa D had gotten in touch with me over looking into, I forget what the term, it's in the text. I mean, I'm not going to read that people's text to you, but it was basically, did Moo get back to you, Lisa D, about, you know, about that person? Well, the person, you guys probably know that Gary does genealogy. And probably what you don't know is that I also, for years, have delved deeply into genealogy. And the thing is that we all have different access to databases. And I have, because I do a lot of genealogy, which also helps me find people in the shitty little brick houses they live in, Kim, because I do genealogy and I have access to, I have paid access. I pay a lot of money to access genealogy databases. So I have access to lots and lots of information, a lot of it overseas too, because my family is Anglo and Scandinavian and stuff like that. And so Lisa D had asked me for some research because, you know, I have different databases. And sometimes, you know, if I have databases that I'm paying for, why should a friend of mine, you know, we share information. So if there's a database that I'm not subscribed to and I don't feel like plunking down a whole pile of money to go look something up, I can call another genealogist and ask them, hey, can you run this through your databases? And that's all it was. But here, this person who said she was a friend of mine, who said she cared so much about, because Casbat apparently is running all the people's lives, she had to unfriend me because I was in cahoots with the infamous Lisa D. Can you imagine that? And these people are saying that Carolyn tells people who they can and cannot be friends with. But I had to be unfriended unceremoniously because I'm friends with Lisa D. And I ran some genealogy stuff through one of my databases. So there you are. And here's my final note, Kim CS and Casbat. I was the last drug that I had given up all these drugs. I'm not on any drugs anymore. I get my pain relief from other way, yoga and types of exercise that help relieve nerve pain, and a lot of it from the endorphins from hanging out with my friends. Endorphins are really good for pain relief. And I had told you guys how you know, I told you guys I had gotten off all these drugs that they really give you when you have chronic pain. They'll pile one thing on after another. And I kicked all of them. But thanks to you people, I had to go back on antidepressants. And I had gotten off everything. I had no drugs in my life. But Casbat, thank you so much. You're so knowledgeable about mental health. And you're so concerned about people who are suffering, people who are victims. You never pick on a victim. And I'm not your victim, but I did have to go back on Paxil. And I have you to thank for that. You and your nasty little friends. And you, Kim, I never met you, but thanks for sending me on another, round of Paxil, because I want to get that stuff out of my life too. And I really appreciate that. And I'd like you to know that on June 5th, which is the 5th anniversary that I kicked all the other drugs, I cold turkeyed off all those benzos that you're still on them, aren't you? Didn't you tell me you're taking them? Got to take them for life? Well, I'm not on any of them, and now I'm not on Paxil. So I hope that whatever you're taking, Kaz, I hope it fixes you.
And they were diagnosing you, weren't they, Moo?
They were what?
Weren't they diagnosing you?
Oh yeah, Yilva's got, oh my gosh, you should see the dossier Yilva had. She's such an expert in mental health. You should see, well, you probably have seen the screen. They're all in the screen. Oh my God, there are just thousands and thousands of.
Well, it went by so quick on the video, I couldn't really, but
Well, I did
I
that as
got the
a
gist.
courtesy. I did that as a courtesy because
Right.
you can read their names. And, oh, by the way, Casbat, I did get your privacy strike on that, but that didn't really work. that really, I only took those videos as a peace offering because a really kind rambler had tried to, I don't want to mention her name, but she knows who she is. And I thank you. You know who you are. And she tried to intervene, tried to get the nonsense to stop. And I said, okay, I'll take them down. I took all down but one. I left a public service announcement from Casbat up there, and that's still there. But other than that, you can go to my channel and you can see my feral cat, my little pet gator, and all that. But I don't want that crap on my channel. But I took it down and I didn't put it back. And I'm grateful to the person who tried to intervene. But Casbat wanted no part of it, and she said she would not ever stop, and she would never. What she wanted from me, Casbat, you want an apology from me? Guess what? You'll never get one. And if I didn't finish the sentence because I do get tangential, I'm not on Paxil anymore. I'm not on any drugs. So you can stuff it. You can just stuff it. You're just a piece of garbage. And whatever you get, you can get up there and gadfish all you want about your general anxiety disorder and all your other myriad problems. But
I just hate what they did to you because
yeah, no
for so
excuse.
long I kept messaging you, remember? Will you come on tonight? Will you come on tonight? And it's like you barely would even answer. And you were just so worked up, so sad, so upset, so
Oh,
sick, and I had no idea.
I was devastated because I had survived this whole situation, bullying. Oh, and then I get messages from idiot Skylar, as if we don't know who Skylar B is. Skylar, the bloated gas bag pet dog of somebody. telling me, that I wasn't really bullied at work. She's telling me all about I'll have to, I still have a screenshot of that stupid, I get a whole stupid lecture from a person who's squatting in the crappiest house I've seen in a while, uh, criticizing me and telling me that I should have, nobody gets bullied and I should have gotten another IT job in New York City. And, here I was sad fish. They love the,
Ridiculous. I couldn't believe all that
I
when
know,
you
you
said that.
out of that, right? And the fact is, there is workplace bullying. It's a really huge thing. And a lot of people commit suicide. It's very difficult because what happens is that a person with a type of power, in this case, it's your paycheck. It's not just your paycheck, it's your benefits package. That means your retirement, Kim. It's your retirement that's at stake. It's the amount of money in the benefits package. They put a percentage of your salary each month into your IRA. And the amount that they put in, the percent they put in is based on how many years you've worked in the place. Well, I worked there for 20 years. Now, according to um, Skylar B thinks that at the age of, let's see, how old was I? I was like 60 when things really got terrible. I was about 62. So Skylar B thinks that at 62, I can just run to any IT job in New York City and get all of my benefits and start with 6 weeks of paid vacation plus 12 paid holidays a year, plus the percentage of my high salary because I did work very hard. And oh, by the way, Kim, there's a thing called job stability. At your age, the number of jobs you've had, my God, that's not job stability. Anyway, so the part about leaving your job, one of the thing is, if you're about to retire, you don't quit in the last 5 years. Sometimes jobs get very tough, and a lot of places you'll end up getting bullied, and sometimes you just have to weather through it. This is, oh, Kaz wants to end her life. Oh, what's this? She's
Well, we
injured.
better not say any,
I thought she
you
was
know,
I thought she was threatening to end her life now. I thought, oh Jesus, you know what? I mean, this is not my problem. She needs help.
right. You
Uh,
did everything you could.
my God. But anyway, the whole business, the whole idea that you sit there and flippantly tell someone they're just a pussy and they need to go get another job. It's like, yeah, right. Wait till you're 62. Wait till you're 62. Gee, Kim, if you're 62 and you're still working to pay off your mortgages and retire, I had a plan. And my plan was that I would have these properties and nobody in my family would have a mortgage. And so I met my goal. How's that? How's that, Yilva? I met my goal. I have 3 properties without mortgages, totally debt free. So, am I a loser? Am I still a loser? And I'm not bragging because I'm just trying to tell you, I was penniless at 47. Kim, aren't you 47? I was penniless at your age because that was, I'm not going to go there right now. I've already, talked about that enough. But I was a penniless person with 2 children, 2 young children, and no child support. And I built my entire life from that job. From that job. I was 47 and I left a really bad marital situation on my first paycheck. And when I came on here and told folks about that, or who I thought, well, most of them are my friends, you are my friends. When I talked about that, I was hoping to give other people hope. I hope that they know that you can start over. And it may not be easy, and it wasn't easy for me. And I worked myself to really illness, state of practically, and I really worked myself close to death. um, but it can be done, and I was hoping to share that with people to know that you could start over, and you completely start over. And it's so miraculous to me, and that was my plan. So when the simpleton Skylar B says, "Oh, you should pay your debt," well, you know what? You don't throw away you don't throw away an entire plan to pay off your Manhattan mortgage and stuff, with 15-year mortgages. You don't have this plan to do this really difficult financial stuff and then throw it away because you have a mean boss. You have a mean boss. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go. What does it go? Let's see. I could go be a bookkeeper for a vintage lighting company, or I could go be a greeter, or what is it? What is it? Something at Walmart. Yeah, I could have done all those 23 or so jobs, but instead, what I did was I worked on one job where I made a boatload of money because I was really good at it. And they didn't fire me because I was so good at it. And I paid off that 15-year mortgage. And I have these properties and they're paid for. And I'm just saying that anyone can do this if they put their, you can do it. You can do it. Because I did this from nothing. So when I say this, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying you can do it. And that's all I was ever trying to tell people. And then I have these stupid little morons coming in, and I couldn't believe that I allowed people, crappy people like that back in my life. I couldn't believe that after surviving this, after leaving my job, not in nastiness either. I left that job professionally. I left my databases in good hands. I made sure they were out of the hands of the bully boss that I had. That bully boss has no staff now. She had like probably 30 people. And when I left, she was weeping. She'd have her head in her hands on the conference table. She was crying. So my life is so sad. All my employees are taken away because of her incompetence. And when I left, all of my work was handed over. I documented everything. I left the cleanest work you ever saw, and I turned it over to competent people. And I did it professionally, and there was no nastiness. And the person that did make my life miserable, she got her karma. And, I was so proud. And then I come here to paradise, and somehow I find out I made friends with bullies. And I'm so stupid. I'm such a sucker. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm being told every day I can't be friends with Carolyn, can't be friends with Big Bad Scooter, or that terrible Lisa D. I mean, Lisa D, look at what she did. Can you imagine Lisa D? She had the nerve to say that Truthy might be wrong. Can you imagine that? And so, here I was at, at my at my age. It's making me laugh now because it's hard to explain, but when you've been knocked down as hard as I was, you can really get knocked down again pretty quickly if you're in the wrong circumstances or the wrong friendships. And I thought, wow, at my age, that's really impressive. You can learn so much and still get in with the wrong people. And boy,
Right, yeah.
Casbat was sure the wrong person. But
You didn't expect that.
no, I'm an idiot. I was trusting. She's so talented. I mean, she's such a good singer, and she's an intelligent person. She has so much to offer the world, and here she's wallowing in shit. Oh my God, it's such a shame. In fact, she's young enough. She's probably my age. I think she's about 47, so I think she's about the age I was when I was penniless. So Casbat, you still have a chance. You can turn your life around. And with a little bit of work, you might, you might be able to retire in comfort. And, I'm not bragging. I know what it's like to be penniless. I do. And I'm not penniless now because I was just like mad dog focused on putting my assets into property and not the stock market. I did not keep money in the stock market for obvious reasons. And that's the only reason I'm in the situation I'm in now. And I mean, people can do this. And I'm not saying this, I'm saying it because then if you're a decent person, then someone who comes along who might have a little spare change, they might want to invest in you. And the funny part was I contacted Kaz because her talent is so immense. And I just thought, wow, I mean, this is someone who is really worth investing in. Um, and every now and then you meet someone who can invest in talent. Somebody who's talented. And so anyway, Casbat, I really do think you're talented, but and I hope you find someone else to invest in you. But obviously, she doesn't want any investment from me. So, but I'm not. But that would have been the worst thing. Oh my God, can you imagine if I sent money that way? Oh, Jesus,
Oh, wow.
I almost did.
Really, Moo?
What?
Really?
Well, I contacted her. I'd said, is there any way I can, because I'd like to, her singing was so extraordinary. And I mean, it never went beyond my expressing interest. And then immediately around that time, the shit hit the fan. And I wish someone would invent. I mean, she's so talented. She's really good. But the evil, the meanness. Oh my God. You gotta get rid of that cast. You have time, you're young. You gotta get rid of that nasty, nasty streak. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's possible. I mean, I don't know if it's possible with her, but um, she has time to turn her life around if she wants. But,
Pearls of Wisdom says, listening to Moo is an inspiration. I'm a little behind, and listening to her say, it's never too late to start again.
oh, it's not too late. It's not. And I'm starting. I just turned. I just turned 70 on the Ides of March. um, I tell you how Julius Caesar and the Ides of March has followed me around all my life. But in a way, I think it's like a lucky thing. But I turned 70 on March 15th. And I'm starting at 70, I'm starting my life over because I really have very limited ability to stay up for very long. And having these COVID lungs doesn't help. Um, but the neuropathy, when you have people who have neuropathy understand what this is like. It's when you stand up, it's like having battery acid, sorry for my lungs, shooting into up and down from your knees to your toes and, walking on broken glass. It's pretty bad. So I am starting my life over because now I have to, having reached this point, I have to do it in a pretty disabled condition. But I'm nowhere near, I'm not near death anymore. It's like when I came here last May, so it's been a year. And I can now, I can walk. I can walk like at least a mile and a half a day,
Mhm.
maybe around my house, but I can tell, my activity from my Apple Watch. And I walk between 1.5 and 3 miles a day. And I do what I can. And sometimes it's not much. Sometimes it's days where I'm just on fire. The burning is so terrible, and it's ebbs and flows. So when I can walk around and actually get stuff done, I do. But that was the other thing I was really enjoying. At one point, I think the first part where I sort of resurfaced was when that cooking. Remember the day we were all cooking together, and I forget what we were. Wait, well, we weren't all making the same thing, were we? Do you remember that, Scoot? I was making spaghetti sauce, and everybody's
Yeah. And Sandra,
yeah, and Sandra, and it was a whole.
Sandra was making her meatballs.
Oh yeah, it was Sandra's meatballs, so that's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
And I didn't have meatballs, but I made sauce. And it
Mhm.
was so hard. I had to set an alarm because it was so hard for me to ever sleep because sleeping is really weird. I have to sleep when I'm not on fire. And unfortunately, that's usually during the day. And and then I'll sleep for like 12 hours. It's great, if I can sleep. But in this situation, it was like I had to set an alarm. I thought I'd die. I thought I'll never be able to get up and do this. But it was just like, and I felt so sick that day, and I could barely stand up. I couldn't stand up. I sat in a chair, and I was coughing, and I'm sure all the trolls were saying, "Oh, she's coughing into her food." Well, if you get if you get
Take a
COVID,
drink of water.
huh?
Don't you have some water to drink?
I got some coffee, but it's fiberglass in your lungs feeling. Hold on. I'm sad fishing. I have fiberglass in my lungs.
You have a lot of support, Moo. All the Ramblers are here supporting you.
Oh, people are so. I love you
So
guys.
many of them had no idea what you were going through, what these people
Well,
put you through.
you know what's really diabolical, and it's funny because in the screenshots, Casbat it says I'm pure evil. She said that I'm pure evil. I
That is
have that
horrible.
screenshot.
That's terrible.
But it was there. The diabolical, the stuff that was turned on me, I think was diabolical, and I don't feel like a victim now, but I was really in a weak state, and what is diabolical is that Casbat knew that she knew how sick I was, and so did my friend, and they knew, and um, I don't think my friend had I don't know. I can't, I just really think for some reason she's very influenced by that other one. Uh, but yeah, they did know that I was in a very vulnerable state. But when I did that cooking thing, I thought I was going to die because I couldn't sit up. I had to sit in a chair, and I couldn't stand up for long, and it was really hard. But it gave me such confidence, and I thought, wow, I did that for like hours, and I ended up with some really good sauce. And but what it did do is it allowed me to know that maybe I can't do that many hours, but what if I could do a half an hour, and then maybe I could do an hour and a half, and and that's sort of how you can rehabilitate yourself. You just you your muscles get so used to not operating. But if you could just do that and push yourself, you really see the results. And so well, Nan and Patty would know about this. There's something about what's the term? There's something about is it demobilization? Nan and Patty, where are you? There's a phrase for when your muscles stop being used, they stop working.
Atrophy.
It wasn't atrophy. It was there's a word that's like demobilization. I'd have to look it up, but it's something where you have to basically train your body to operate again. And yeah, oh yes, there was definitely atrophy, absolutely. Um, but you really have to. So this is the new stage of my life. At 70, I'm teaching my body how to function again, how to operate. And last month I was able to sit out in my front yard. Oh, you know when it was, Scooter? It's when you told me that great iPod, that not iPod, podcast about fundies. I took that podcast. I sat in my front yard. It was the first time, and it was like I'd been here almost a year when I did that. And I went out, and after a whole year of barely being able to function, all I could do was like walk out to my little citrus tree every day. I tried to walk to my citrus tree, which is sort of funny because I mean now I can like march around and go through whole Publix and you know.
Moo, do you think the weather in Florida helps you?
No, I've been in air conditioning. I mean, I couldn't even get out of bed most of the time. So I couldn't get out of bed in New York, and then I spent, here I moved from one air conditioned environment to another. But
Oh, sorry. Adventures with Beth, she wrote you a question. I have it highlighted on the screen. And then,
oh, the
and then somebody else says, where'd it go? Wanted to read it.
yeah, really, it's more of it's hard to explain. My daughter just shows me yoga things that help loosen up my body, and everything that helps your body function better helps the neuropathy. And in fact, there was a thing, I should probably put a link. It's from 2013, but I was listening to this guy at Stanford talk about neuropathy, the nerve pain, and the drugs that they use for it. I'm not ever taking. I took all the drugs that were covered in that lecture, but I'm not taking drugs anymore because they work, and then you have to take more and more and more, and then when they wear off, the rebound pain is just it leaves you just panting and screaming and basically drooling in a corner. You can't even imagine. So anyway, but what he was talking about was, he said just any exercise helps because the endorphins help with neuropathy as much as the drugs, because the drugs are trying to tap into the endorphins that exist inside your own body. And it's true with neuropathy that it's so painful that when you try to do anything, you just, you're panting sometimes with the the effort it takes to walk on feet that hurt that much. And but if you can do it and you kind of push your way through it, the endorphins help. They help. And so the two things that really help are sleep. Well, it's more than two, but some of the things are getting enough sleep. The sleep makes all the difference in the world, because if I don't have enough sleep, it's just the burning is much more intense. If I get exercise, it actually feels better. Even when you first stand up and you're on fire and you just want to cry and flop back down on the bed, if you can kind of force yourself through it, the endorphins will take over and it actually improves the pain. And once I reached a point where I could walk all the way through Publix, all the way through, up and down the aisles. And that took months because I could only reach the first couple of aisles at first. What happens is your body, the muscles build up better. Everything that supports your body helps take the stress, I guess, off of the nerves. Scooter, I'm gonna have to, if I afterwards, if I send you a link, can you put a link of the Stanford lecture in your description later?
If I can't, Lexi can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what somebody asked about the podcast name. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, that was,
You know,
that, you know which one I meant, right, Scooter?
can
want me
you put
hold on.
what's that called? I pray. Wait,
There was something about putting the book down. What?
I pray you put the diary. Wait, I
put
pray
the
you,
diary away. Something about I don't know where my phone is now. Oh, here it is. Hold on.
let me, I'll find it.
Yeah, it's something like, I pray you put the diary away, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's really good, you guys. He knew the Duggar family, this guy, when he was a kid. He knew them.
It was really good.
Yeah, he's really a nice man. His wife too. And they're not all, preachy where you got to do this, you got to do that, all this and that, right?
Oh, here it is. It's called I Pray You Put This Journal Away. And it's right there in podcast. It's, what's the guy's name?
Yeah, it's right here on YouTube. There's
Yeah,
like what, 3 episodes, I think.
I think so, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait.
I'll give you the first episode. You guys can
Oh,
check
wait.
it out from there.
Twitter has new episodes. There are 5 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then I
Who's
have
the
that to look
doctor?
forward to.
What's the doctor's name?
No, he's not a doctor.
No,
Okay.
this is unrelated to neuropathy. This is a podcast that Scooter had recommended, and I went outside and I did my first garden after a year here. I went out and listened to the podcast and I sat there sweating in a chair, trimming my roses. It was like the most exhausting thing to have scissors just deadheading roses. And it makes me laugh because everything that was so hard then, it's just like, oh, I can go right out and deadhead roses standing up now. Well, I can't stand up for long, but um, you know, but I started with that podcast, sitting there just sweating and like, oh my God, how am I ever going to deadhead all these roses? It was such an effort, but that's another thing though. If you can listen to music, there's so many things that can help you. But another thing that helps, it's so weird if you have neuropathy, is finding the right shoes. And I the because it your feet, my feet are in such pain that standing on a bare floor that I used to love. I mean, I used to love I was always loved being barefoot. I loved standing on cold floors, like a cold tile floor in the summer, and you could feel the floor with your feet, and it would feel so good and cool. But when you have neuropathy, nothing feels good. You're on fire, and my feet touching a bare floor is agony to me. But if I put on certain types of shoes, it's a weird counter irritation. The trick is to have slightly uncomfortable shoes, because then the slight discomfort of the shoes tells your brain to calm down, because it's the shoes that are bothering you, not the neuropathy. So there are these little tricks. So the, the best shoes that I found are actually these water shoes, and I'll give you a link, Scooter, for Lexi if anybody's interested. But I've had various types of shoes, and these are the best ones. The water shoes allow me to be as close to barefoot as I can be, but without the agony of being barefoot, which really hurts. And these shoes are great. They allow me to walk in the grass and walk. It feels as though I'm almost barefoot, and they help me at the beach. I can walk on the beach now. I can walk all the way down and stand in the water without screaming.
That's
But
wonderful, Moo.
yeah, they're really great. So a lot of the tricks are basically getting your body in shape to support itself again, and to get the stress off your nerves. You really need to get the stress off the nerves that have been damaged. And so that's sort of what I've been doing. But just to give you an idea of what neuropathy is like, I was puttering around the kitchen I don't know, about 4 weeks ago, and something happened in the kitchen. But anyway, I was walking around and I had on these slippers, these LL Bean slippers that I'd been using because they were the only thing I had that was comfortable. And then I couldn't go out because I can't drive in them. They're scuffs, or what do you call them, clogs. scuffs. And so until I found other ways, just going out to drive was so agonizing. But anyway, having these scuffs, and I'm walking around the kitchen saying, "Oh my God!" The neuropathy people describe as walking on broken glass, and I thought, wow, I'm walking. I said, this feels like for real broken glass, but man, this is the worst. And I looked down at my foot, and there was blood streaming out of the side of my slipper. And what had happened was, like a few hours earlier, something happened in the kitchen. What happened was I had dropped, I opened my refrigerator, and a storage thing kind of slipped out. It was stacked on top of something else, and it flew out and smashed on the floor, a glass food storage container. And it smashed on the floor. And, so I'm shooting my little kitties out, it's like, don't walk in the glass. And I swept everything up, and with my, I have a dustpan and brush handy, a long stick. So I'm sweeping everything up. Then I vacuumed, and I made sure I got everything out of there so the cats wouldn't walk in glass. But anyway, I'm going about my business, and like for hours later, I'm saying, God, this is like serious broken glass feeling in my feet. So I looked down, and I literally had a huge shard of glass stuck in my foot, and it had been bleeding. And I couldn't tell it really from neuropathy until it got so bad that I looked at it and realized that there was, in fact, a huge shard of glass stuck in my foot, bleeding.
Ugh.
That's how bad neuropathy is, that you could walk around on a shard of glass for several hours and not realize that, oh, whoops, this actually was a piece of glass that flew into my slipper. And it was only marginally worse than what neuropathy is like without the actual glass. So, so trolls am I sad fishing again? Talking about my poor sore feet?
Oh,
So,
go ahead. You can sad fish some more. Come on, Moo. This is your chance. Get it out, lady.
so those of you who think I'm sad fishing, even if you believe with all your heart, you're probably right about what a jerk I am. I know I'm a jerk. I know people hate me. I know that. I don't mean everybody hates me, but I know some of you do. But even if you
Nobody
hate,
in here does.
well,
Not at all, Moo. We love you.
thank you. But try to think about your mom or your dad or your aunt or your uncle and the pain they might be suffering. Um, because I don't think people really understand,
Moo, can I ask you a question? Do
Sure.
you also get like the sharp stabbing feeling along with the burning feeling?
Yeah, like sharp stabbing, like glass. Yes,
That's what I feel. That's what I have in my neck.
it's terrible, and it's nerve pain.
Horrible.
And the problem with nerve pain is that it's not relieved by opioids.
No,
And the
they
drug,
give me gabapentin.
huh?
What they give me is gabapentin.
Yeah, I was on gabapentin, and then then I switched to Lyrica.
They tried. I don't know what it was with the Lyrica. I didn't do well on that.
Well, Lyrica made me made me really stupid.
Like
Um,
slow.
it was, yeah. I mean, and at the time I started the Lyric, I was still busy building databases. I couldn't walk. I was working like out of my bed, and I'd go to work. I did go to the office, but it was extremely different. I had to go in a taxi because I couldn't get the subways anymore. And but mostly I tried to work out of. I worked such horrible hours. I was working so many hours, so many hours.
Alma wants to know if neuropathy is like fibromyalgia. I don't think it is, but
No,
It's a
it's
different,
horrible.
no, it's a different type of thing. But fibromyalgia may also involve nerve pain, though. That's something that I couldn't answer because I've often wondered, a lot of the people, well, see, that was the other thing. When, people were saying you got to leave mommy ramblings, they didn't really understand that we had we have a community here, and you know, people make fun of all these old ladies who are bored and have nothing, you know, whatever. We're bored. What did that guy say about we're bored and lonely? Well, sometimes we're actually, you know, trying to share experiences, and it was very helpful for me to, you know, get to know Nana Patty and then another person who was on the panel. And I mention her name. I mean, you know, Dreaming. It was very helpful because Dreaming and Nana Patty and I have a lot in common, which is that we're afflicted with these autoimmune things that are extremely debilitating. And I also enjoy, well, you know what I mean when I say enjoy. It's very helpful. You know, Gail B is much younger than I am, but you know, Gail B suffers from some challenges, and it's really helpful to compare notes with people. It's extremely helpful, you know, to understand, to know people who are going through the same things. I forget why I said this. I'm sorry. What did
No,
somebody
it's good
say?
to talk about it because I've talked a little bit with Nana Patty about our experiences with lupus, and a lot of people don't realize unless you have something similar or another
Oh,
autoimmune disease.
yes, that's what it was. Thank you, Mimi. That got me. I was obviously off on a tangent again. Because Scooter, because my brain is. What did Skylar say? She said my brain is addled because of Adderall.
Well, Scooter
Yeah.
did wake you up.
And
I
I don't
kind of
take.
did, didn't I?
I also don't take Adderall. Adderall was never my. I did take it, but it was never. You know, it was part of the cocktail they gave me, but it was never the thing that made Swiss cheese. Well, the thing that, well, that's a whole other topic is the drugs, but no, I'm not on any of those. My brain is not Swiss cheese. Skylar B. Dumbass. But no, meaning, yeah, when I lost myself in my verbosity, it was the question about fibromyalgia. Um, so when Dreaming and Nana Patty and I would talk about being afflicted with autoimmune stuff, I can't remember whether. Well, anyway, it was either Nana Patty or Dreaming. It said, I think it was Nana Patty. It's sort of like when you get one, you end up you can end up with a constellation of awful things. And it's very hard for doctors to sort out what's fibromyalgia, what's lupus, what's just plain old neuropathy. Um, and then the other things I've had since I was young, I gotten attacks not that many times of polymyalgia rheumatica, which is another one of those mysterious autoimmune things, and it's very debilitating. And the thing about polymyalgia rheumatica is that it hits you and then it can completely go away and not attack you again for years. But the thing is, when you have these, and I'm not a nurse, or a doctor, and I can't. Nana Patty's always such a great resource for these things. But anyway, you can have clusters of these things. It's almost as if you have one of them, you become vulnerable for other autoimmune things, and you're sort of in this constant state of inflammation. And so it's tricky, and I think it's very hard for doctors to treat, and probably frustrating when people have all these things, and it may look like MS. And my mother had MS for, you know, most of her life, and well, more than half her life. And I always thought maybe this was, you know, MS popping up, but you know, it wasn't that. Um, but there are all these things, and I don't think they really know that much about them. And anyway, so we're left to cope with these things. And so while we're coping and we come to our community and we sit there and giggle and open balls and have a good time and maybe get, you know, a little help in getting through difficulty of having a chronic, debilitating situation. Um, that's 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 how the community was so great, has been so great for me. And I also, the other thing I was, what I really loved was that during all the horrible political division, I loved it. It was a place to come where politics was just not allowed, and I could love people that I didn't have to have politics stuffed in my face. I don't, I respect other people to, just the way I expect my not, you know, I'm not registered with a party, but I have a thinking brain, and everybody has opinions, and I tried to listen, with my family. We all try to listen to each other, and that's what I loved about this community, is we weren't divided by politics. We weren't divided by anything until this crap fest came along, and
Right. Yeah.
it was so refreshing because you could come here and you didn't have to think about, oh, I'm different from you because of this, and I'm different from you because of that. It was like, look how much we're alike. Look how many, we're all ages. There were people, there are lots of, for a while, I mean, I don't know how many people are in their 20s, but there are a lot of people in their 30s, and there are people up to their 80s and stuff in here, all hanging out, getting along, discussing the stuff that we have in common, not the stuff that rips us to pieces. And it was just such a nice thing. And then suddenly I have mean girls telling me I can't be in my community. I have to go over to Discord. And Discord is like that's like a latrine. I didn't, I prefer my shiny indoor plumbing when to run out to the outhouse. I didn't feel that had to be my choice, but that was a major disruption, and I hope it comes to an end. I hope people can um,
Girls
come.
of Wisdom wants to know, does CBD help fibromyalgia?
Oh, CBD. Now, CBD is an interesting thing because I've CBD actually helped me get off benzodiazepines because I couldn't sleep. When people trying to get off benzos can't sleep. That's the worst. That's why people can't get off, is because they cannot, cannot sleep. Their sleep architecture has been completely changed by the benzos, and their sleep switches turn off. And if they try to get off, no matter how tired they are, they can lie there crying with tiredness, cannot sleep. And so CBD was something that actually helped me get off the benzos because you will go for 10 days and maybe get an hour of sleep every other night. And then maybe on the 10th day, you might get 4 hours of sleep, and you just have tears in your eyes of gratitude that you slept 4 hours in 10 days, I mean, 4 hours in a row after maybe 1 hour a night. CBD helped with that. Um, it doesn't give you sleep, but it's pretty.
Calms you down.
I can't characterize what it was. It was helpful. I don't know that I have no idea that I have fibromyalgia myself. I'm not sure if that was, I'm not sure if Nana Patty has that or if
And
Jamie.
and you don't have lupus, Moo?
No, I mean, I
Thank
went through,
God.
I have nerve damage. And it's,
Right.
I had nerve tests. They did this EMG test, and they said, well, there's nerve damage. Um, the only thing, the neurologist I went to believed it was caused by the benzos. Um, and a lot of, it's not the benzos, and don't panic, everybody who's taking benzos. It, it's not that benzos always cause neuropathy, but when you take, their drugs can cause neuropathy. And they believe that these were caused by drugs, so that's what they believe. I do have back problems, but that only contributes to part of the neuropathy. See, that's the other thing, it's overlapping, because if you have lumbar spine problems, you can get some pretty bad problems in your feet. And I did have those that were related to my spine. I had that for years, but it's bearable, it's tolerable, and your life is pretty normal. You have this very distinct pattern of tingling, numbness, and stabbing pain that's coming out of your back. But the thing where it got up to my knees, and it was all over both legs, knees down. This is not all coming from my back. That was, and that's when I went for the nerve. I'm really sorry about my lungs. I really bad to try to listen.
Moo, have you ever gotten like a feeling, like a feathery feeling along with the stabbing and the burning?
Well, there are all kinds of feelings you get.
It's horrible.
There's also feeling like you have hot or cold water thrown down your leg,
Right.
and you look at your leg and your leg is dry, but it feels like water is being thrown on it. Right now, it's hard. There's so many weird sensations when you have nerve injuries.
Right. And does it say, for instance, I don't know how to explain it, like if something unexpected happened, like say like a glass broke or somebody surprised you, does that affect your neuropathy?
Oh, okay. That's a good question, Mimi. You know what? The best way, what I'm gonna do. Lexi's not around, is she?
Well,
Scooter?
she's in the other room. She's not paying attention. She can't even hear.
Oh, okay. Because what I was gonna, what the heck?
Because that happens to me. That will
Um,
cause like instant
well,
pain.
this thing, I'm trying to find it now. If I just tell you the name of it, shoot. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Like surgery, because
Wait, hold
some
on.
people have wounds that don't heal and they stop.
Okay, so this thing is called, Scooter, I'm just gonna text you this link,
Okay.
and if this is from 2013, but it's actually very helpful.
Yes, Scooter, if you could put it in the chat,
The
then we
guy
can
named
go back later and
you
look
can
at it.
you can Google it. It's Dr. Ian Carroll. Wait, let me get my magnifying glass. Dr. Ian Carroll discusses neuropathic pain. What's really interesting, what he was talking about, is it's really helpful because he's explaining. He talks a lot about what you just sort of brought up, Mimi, which is kind of can something odd trigger nerve pain? And he really goes into interesting detail about why you get pain in one place and then it travels somewhere else. That's the other devil in this, is that it can spread. And I think he begins this lecture with something about a woman she had an ingrown toenail. And don't panic, everybody, if you have an ingrown toenail. But what happened was she just developed nerve damage in the toe, but then it
Oh, I
well,
heard this.
it can. The problem with the nerves is they're going all the way back to your spine and your brain, and
Right.
then you can get mirror pain on the other side, even though that side's not affected. I mean, there are all these crazy
I
things.
think I've seen this video.
And yeah, it's old. It's from 2013, and the drugs are really not. I certainly resorted to them. I was in agonizing pain, and I had a very demanding job, and I had to get to work, and and I did take these because I had to function. I had to. I also had kids. I was, supporting all those years and stuff, and I didn't have choices, to not. And I took Lyrica. He also talks about amitriptyline and then some others of the tricyclic drugs that were for depression, but they actually help with neuropathy.
Yeah, somehow that I don't know how it works for
Uh,
both.
um, anyway, so I had tried all that, and it didn't work out for me.
So when you were talking about CBD, did you use the cream?
No, I was taking oil and what do you call it?
Because
Tincture.
my daughter got
I
me the
took
cream.
tinctures too. There was the
My daughter
tincture.
got me the cream, and it's a very small jar for $80.
Does it help?
It didn't do much for me. What it did do, strangely, because it was supposed to help calm the nerves, what it did was help a little bit with the healing. I don't know a lot about CBD, but I know there are a lot of people that they say CBD does help.
Well, CBD CBD is doing basically what opioids do, or the other things. What they're doing is they're not messing around. They're connecting with your built-in pain killing. They're pain killing mechanisms within our bodies.
Right. So it
So,
produces
so the opi-
naturally from your body.
right. So the opioids are basically they're working with your. I'm not a scientist. I'm not. So and I'm my brain is really fogged. I need more coffee.
Moo, the recliner detective wants to know, he said, or she said, um, where'd it go? Did you say you thought that benzos caused your neuropathy?
Oh, when I was taking Ativan, and I had already at that time I had been taking I was on Paxil, and I was on for a very brief time Adderall. That's why what Skylar says is so stupid. I was on Adderall for a very brief time because the benzos and the Paxil makes it very hard to build databases. And plus, I'm a very ADD person to begin with. I just never took drugs for it. I just had to like train myself to focus. But drugs can really interfere with your ability to focus. And the Adderall really helped. And I was doing these projects you can't even imagine. The Adderall really helped. But anyway, I stopped. First, I stopped the Adderall in 2014. Then I stopped the Paxil in 2015. And all I had left was that I could not get off the Ativan. I could not because I couldn't sleep. And you start hallucinating, you know, when you take those. I was taking up to 4 milligrams a day. That doesn't sound like much, but it's enough to make it difficult to get off. So with the so that's all I was taking at that time, and this was in June of 2016. So I just hit on the 18th is my fifth anniversary of cold turkey. I tried to taper off the benzos, which is the best way to do it. If you are taking benzos and you want to get off, then you should taper while you can, because if the benzos turn on you, which they did on me, it means they stopped working. So, but you can't not take them. But when you take them, they give you heart palpitations that put you in the emergency room. You get tachycardia you just wouldn't believe. And you think you're going to die, and your chest is, your heart's beating out of your chest. So you take more. You take, oh, and then, like, give me some Valium, maybe that'll help instead of the Ativan. And he said, or let me try Clonopin, anything. But you take a benzo, once you've hit that point where you've reached tolerance, you can't take more because you get a paradoxical reaction. You can get a paradoxical reaction. And the more you take, the less calm you get. It has the reverse effect. So at that point, I'm actually getting to a point here. I apologize for being verbose. Um, I had a point of tolerance where I couldn't take them, but I couldn't not take them. But if I took the drugs, I got such heart palpitations, just pounding. They did the opposite of calm me down. The Ativan made me frantic. So if I took 2 milligrams, it didn't calm me down. So I'd take a third and I'd get revved up. It was like taking some kind of speed. And then I'd say, well, maybe 4 will, I'll take, a 4th milligram or something. Well, 4 was, by then my standard dose was 2 to 4 of those things a day, 2 to 4 milligrams. So I was like, then I try 6. I got up to 6, and that did nothing calmed me down. All it did was make me sick, like go to the hospital, emergency room sick. And so when people reach that point, they cold turkey because it's better to have hallucinations, think you're going to die, and never sleep again, or you
Um,
take them and you end up with these horrible.
Sleeping Beauty has a question,
Sure.
and Sleeping Beauty, it's not actually a prescription. I know here in Florida they have like CBD cafes, and you could go in there and get like all forms, like chocolate, teas,
Yeah, but you
the
have to have a
oils.
card. In Florida, you have to have a card from the state.
Well, the CBD without THC at all. You can go and
Well, here in my city, you have to have if you want to go to the CBD cafes, you have to have a Florida state card.
oh, so where I live, you don't.
Well, I don't know if you're getting the full pharmacy, what is it, the
Yeah.
medical level of CBD, though. That's my point.
Yeah, I know also they say that a lot of companies, because since CBD has gotten popular, that some of them are just making it, and that you really have to get the good
Well, yeah,
quality.
well, that's exactly what I'm saying. I can get CBD delivered to my door here. That's
Right.
not a problem. But if I want to get medicinal level, I'm not really sure what the term would be, but if you want to get the stuff that's,
What works, something that really
yeah,
works.
they're controlled, they're measured, they're,
So that's the one.
you,
That's
you,
the
Try to,
one that has 2% THC.
no, you can get THC, but I mean, that's a whole
wait,
different.
we can't say that. We'll get kicked out. You have to
Oh
say,
Lord.
you have to think of, you have to describe it without using the
Okay,
letters.
we're just gonna have to have Kevin make a dictionary for us then.
Okay, well, I'll put it this way, medical grade, um, cannabis.
Prescriptional,
If it's
prescription.
medical, if you get medical grade, which is what I would highly recommend that you pursue the medical grade. Okay,
Right, and then that's when you need to have the card.
and you need a card for that, and I would highly recommend that. But I just want to finish the thing about benzos in case anybody's affected by this, because someone asked about the nerve pain. What happened was I cold turkey from a standard like 4 milligrams of Ativan a day. I cold turkey from that because I had no choice. And the withdrawal is just absolute hell. And that was on June 18th of 2016. That's my 5th anniversary just passed of 5 years. That was June 18th. By August, I had neuropathy that began. I had normal neuropathy from back problems that I have. The pain in my legs from when I cold turkey, it began right the week that I stopped the drugs. And it was predictable. All these people, also, for anybody going through this, there's a place, it's benzobuddies.org. If you want to get off benzos, you can go there. It's anonymous. They will not allow you to use your real name. It's benzobuddies.org. That's how I got through this. You will meet all of these other people who are going through exactly what you're going through. And you go to a doctor and they say, I never heard of that. Nobody has problems like this. Well, guess what? Anyway, what happened is like thousands of other people going through this. One of the big deals is when you get off of these drugs, if you've been on them for a long time, and the benzos I was on for a long time, not the Adderall, but I was on benzos for six years. When you get off, um, it can really mess up your feet. And one of the big symptoms is having these legs. I feel like your legs are wrapped in cement. I mean, your legs don't feel like your legs anymore. And it can go on for a long time, and you can get into this protracted withdrawal. And that's really what happened to me. I was in protracted state for a long time. And I always hoped that this would diminish. Um, and it, it hasn't. It has changed. And then when I went to the doctor, he said it very likely was from the drugs. So that's what they think. So I hope that answers. That was a question ages ago. But that's what had happened for me. That's when it became the neuropathy went from tolerable lumbar spine induced, regular neuropathy that was bearable, relatively speaking, to something that's very not bearable. As I said, I walked around for a few hours with a shard of glass the size of a nickel stuck in my foot and didn't realize that it was glass and not the neuropathy. So, um,
Yeah, because that's what I feel in my neck is definitely, I get burning, itching, stabbing, and then the feathery feeling.
it's really bizarre.
Awful.
Well, if you have a nerve compression,
Oh,
well,
my nerves are damaged in my neck.
oh, it's so it's from nerve damage,
Oh, yeah, because,
not from a compression that can be
right.
relieved.
I was doing stem cell treatments, but they were too expensive. And that helped a lot, but I'm sorry, I just don't have an extra $1,800 a month,
What
to
was the
pay for stem cell injections.
oh
And
step?
it's straight into the neck, also, no anesthesia.
Yeah,
So, and you're talking about 50 to 150 injections, depending
yeah,
on the session. But stem cells, I think, are the future for a lot of diseases and illnesses.
yeah. It's funny because it's the only thing that keeps my life from being amazing is that I'm in so much pain. I'm just like on fire. But um, I believe there might be some kind of relief. I hope.
They'll have to make something soon.
Well, but the other thing is that amputees have um, described this for years. That whole phantom limb syndrome, which is if you have your arm amputated,
Oh,
you
you'll feel like it's
you
still
have nerve
there.
pain that can go all the way down to fingers that aren't there anymore.
Right.
And yet you have agonizing nerve pain as though your hand is slammed in a car door and you don't even have a hand anymore. So
Right.
that's
I've
how
heard a
weird
story
nerves
about
are.
that.
What?
I've heard a story of a lady. Isn't it that lady with the toenail? Wasn't that? I know that we
Oh,
heard
well,
the same
it is.
video.
But the thing is that it applied to her too, but it's common. I mean, people who are amputees commonly have really debilitating pain in limbs that don't exist anymore because the nerve ending it has no idea that it's been. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's from your brain,
It,
so yeah.
it, um, it's the rest of the nerve isn't even there, so they're just false. So I guess the real future is in getting the nerves to stop sending these pointless signals to your brain for pain
Yes.
doesn't they're not useful signals anymore. I don't need my nervous system be telling me that there's a problem in my feet like this and my it's really for me from the knees down at this point. After the cold turkey, within 2 months, it was August. I remember it was August was when it really hit from my knees down. It was just unrelenting, burning pain. And
Sounds like you're doing a lot better.
oh yeah, but you have to with chronic pain, you have to constantly be redirecting your thoughts because it can really keep you from moving at all, which is what
Yeah.
happened to me. I'd stopped moving.
Well,
think.
I was taught one method. Well, I know the breathing, and then another one that my mom taught me because she used to be a doula, to help women give
Yeah.
childbirth without using
Uh,
medications.
uh-huh.
And it's like you imagine, like, say, like a daisy, and you imagine the colors that are on the stem, and that's what you focus on. You just focus on that image, and actually imagine like the flower opening, and that helped a lot. And the breathing exercises help too.
Yeah, I've been, uh, I had been doing a lot of meditation when I was going through the first couple of years of the benzo withdrawal, the protracted.
That's dangerous, isn't it? You can have a seizure.
Yeah, my doctor gave me gabapentin.
Yeah, that's the only medication I take is gabapentin, and there's a cream called Elma, and Elma is lidocaine and prilocaine.
Okay.
They use it like in minor surgery,
Yeah,
so I can put it around the area that's injured, but I cannot put it on top of it.
right.
And so that only lasts 40 minutes to an hour anyway.
Yeah, and the thing with topicals is if you have neuropathy from your knees to the tips of your toes and your heels, topicals are sort of like,
And they get everywhere. It's just sticky and ugh.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a joke when it's your entire lower limb.
Yeah.
But to answer your question about the cold turkey, yes, if you're going to cold turkey a benzo, which is not, I would not recommend that. I didn't have a choice, but it's extremely dangerous, and I did it under medical supervision. And the gabapentin, that wasn't for the neuropathy because I didn't have full blown neuropathy at that point. Gabapentin was to prevent the seizures because
Well, they're
if you take
using gabapentin for everything. Like my daughter's cat is on gabapentin.
well gabapentin, that's another thing. If you listen to this guy's lecture, it is old, but it's still true. Gabapentin, you can't kill yourself taking that stuff. You can
Right.
take the whole bottle, and it's not going to kill you. Um,
Right.
and it's not as harmful as some things. And the Lyrica supposedly is also not as harmful. But my experience was that gave me so much brain fog. I mean, it was I I don't know about Lyrica, but
Well, I think it slows you down physically. The only example I can tell you is you can definitely get your fingers caught in a door.
oh, for sure. But the
Yeah.
other thing is that these things like Lyrica is pregabalin and gabapentin. Both of them are the word GABA, G,
Right.
gabalin and gabapentin. It's GABA. It's the GABA neurotransmitter, and that the GABA is the thing that GABA A is what
I
is
just think it's strange that they give it to so many people for so many different things. I have a friend who's paralyzed. She's been paralyzed since she's 4 years old. She's on gabapentin. My
well,
brother-in-law, he's got Parkinson's. He's on gabapentin, and I don't know why they're giving it to my daughter's cat. Not,
because it actually serves. It's actually a drug that is pretty good, and it serves a lot of.
well, that's what they're giving me now. But
But the only reason I mentioned that was you asked about seizures. So anybody dumping benzos, you do have to be careful because you can hallucinate like crazy, but you also can get seizures, really bad seizures. And if they give you gabapentin to prevent that, so you still have all these other horrific uh,
so it's
symptoms, but at
you're
least
you're saying it's pretty
seizures.
much a safe drug.
Gabapentin?
Yes.
Well, it's not for me. I'm not a doctor, but I'm saying that this. Well, if you listen to the Stanford guy, he discusses stuff like that. Relatively speaking, it's safe. But what I
Yeah.
started to say was that any of these things, with GABA in it, pregabalin or gabapentin. These things do affect the GABA-A neurotransmitter, and it can affect your sleep architecture. And one problem, if you take gabapentin, you really should, if you decide to stop, even though you can get off that pretty quickly, because I did, but it's another one that if you're able to taper it off slowly, you're better off, because you need anything that is messing with your GABA neurotransmitter. That is the thing that allows you to sleep or never sleep again. And you really would.
I don't sleep.
Huh?
That's why I don't sleep well. I could
Well,
be on the phone with you guys all night, and I don't sleep.
well, that's one of the reasons I gave up all of those drugs, was that until I did that, I could not sleep. And now, once I got off let me see, when was it? After I cold turkey, it took me close to 2 years to.
That is crazy that you did this, just stopped on your own and not
I didn't
with
stop
the
on
doctor.
no, I didn't say that. I said I cold turkeyed. I
Right,
cold
that's what I
turkeyed
mean. You just
under I
stopped.
cold turkeyed under medical supervision.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I
And
didn't
the
understand.
supervision was that I was given Remeron, which and gabapentin. The Remeron is to help you sleep because you do not have a sleep switch anymore. You can't physically sleep.
Right.
Basically, the only thing you can do is ask someone to hit you over the head with a sledgehammer
Knock you
and
out of
knock
that.
you out, because you can't sleep. Well, then and Remeron, it was like, oh my God. They gave me Remeron and I slept for 12 hours. I almost cried when I woke up. I was so happy. But the problem is,
Yeah.
I worked for 3 days and then that stops working. That stopped.
Oh, it stops after a while.
Stopped. And uh, the thing I stayed on for about 3 months only really was the gabapentin. And that helped, that prevented seizures. But no, I was under medical supervision. I didn't do this by myself.
Yeah. No, I don't sleep just because of pain.
But when my sleep, the neurotransmitters will regenerate, because basically the benzos turn them off. They basically atrophy and you don't have those neurotransmitters and they go away. But if you wean off slowly before you get in trouble, as I did, if you can wean off
Yeah.
slowly, then you can sort of get off slowly without not sleeping like that.
Yeah. My
It's
doctor's conservative. He, like he doesn't prescribe like a lot of medications
well,
at all.
with gabapentin, that can also mess up your sleep. And I didn't get my normal sleep back until I was off all drugs. I was off
Right.
every, and I did start taking. Thank you, Casbat. Thanks so much for getting me back on the Paxil. I really appreciate it.
I don't know who that person is. I've heard them mentioned a few times throughout the day, and I don't remember that name. And I think it's kind of a name that you would notice, It's
Now,
not a normal name.
I hate to give her that much credit, but the whole bullying thing from that gang of idiots, it did make me feel that a decision to take Paxil again for it
How
was
did
a good
you
one.
meet this person?
What person?
The Casbat person.
Sorry for laughing.
I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
wondering. I'm curious how you ever, was it just a Facebook friend request out of the blue or?
I'm sorry for laughing. Scooter, are you there? Scooter?
Scooter's here.
Scooter.
Oh, she's not moving. Oh, she is moving.
Out
Okay.
there. I don't even talk
Hey,
about the
hey.
situation.
Listen,
Matter of fact, I
listen,
said I didn't
listen.
want to talk about that situation.
Nope. What? To get
What?
Oh, never mind. I just heard another creator standing up for Carolyn.
Shannon Uncensored. Be
Oh,
careful.
yay.
Good.
Yes. Yes.
Yay.
I hope
Awesome.
more
She's
people.
saying what he did to Mommy Ramblings is unacceptable,
Good.
Awesome.
right? That's awesome to hear.
It's
I
it's
hope
great.
more people.
And they're all going after him in the chat.
Good. These
He
people.
deserved it. He's horrible. I think it's called the
Not all of
YouTubers.
them are, some are going after him, not all.
No,
The
but you know what?
YouTubers.
The more
That's the
the more
name.
of these people that are exposed with this ridiculous, this is just mobbing. This is just mass bullying, and the
Yeah,
more of
but
these
that
people are,
person.
okay. Oh, to answer your question, Scooter, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mimi was asking who this Casbat person is and where did I meet her.
Is it a
What?
guy? I don't know. Casback.
I can't explain where Casbat came from. Can you tell her?
Somebody tell me.
I really don't know.
No, I mean the whole business. I'm not going to refer you to her channel. She was a moderator here.
Oh, okay.
She was a moderator,
Kevin's
and
gonna
she
have to
was
create
very.
a
She,
system to vet everybody. Like,
no,
no.
she predated all of this. You know about the J Bells thing, right, Mimi?
Yes, I
Okay,
do. That is an
okay.
insane thing.
Casbat was one of the hands-on people who was actually in physical contact with J Bells in the UK. So Casbat was in contact with her. She's one of the people who was in, trying to help J Bells, and she was also on.
We're going to end in 11 minutes, okay, guys?
Okay,
Okay. So Scooter and most of the people that have been
I'm
on
going to
here for
listen
a
to this here for a
while,
second. Carry on.
all of you guys, you met this person, J Bells, and she pulled this massive scam on all the Ramblers, and she never got arrested.
well, you know what? If you go back if you look at December 27th or so in Carolyn's video,
Stop, Danielle.
if you go back.
No, Wendy, she doesn't.
Go back to late December and look at Carolyn put all the videos. She explains the whole J Bells thing.
December 2020.
Yeah, around the 27th or so, you'll see a bunch of
Okay,
things at
I'll
J
go
Bells.
back and look.
If you watch those, you'll see where everything fit in.
What I wanted to see was how she was in the chat before you guys all found out.
Who?
Like everybody was helping this person, and then you guys found out. What I wanted to see was how she was
She'll
in the
explain.
chats.
Explains all of that back in. I didn't know J Bells myself. I mean, she contacted me and um, we texted because she wanted to get in touch with me over September 11th. It turns out she was.
So is that like her job? Is she like a grifter that she does this
I
to
mean,
steal money?
she wanted to get in contact with me over her experiences on September 11th in New York City because she was in New York City and she thought we had a common experience having witnessed September 11th attacks in New York City. Well, it turns out that J Bells is the young daughter, and she was practically an embryo during September 11th. She wasn't in New York City. She was just, uh, but anyway, it's extensively covered the whole thing, and it
Yeah.
didn't. It involved all of these people, including Catbat in the UK, who were in physical contact. Came to New York and she stayed with Carolyn for weeks. But
I know that. That's
most
so scary that she was in
most of
her house.
most of her fun and games was conducted up in Casbat's neck. So those Casbat and a bunch of other people were seeing her on a regular basis. I don't know what their deal was, but there were people who were trying to help her. They go to her house, try to help her out. And to Casbat's credit, she was trying to help her out. Just all the tall tales that arose from that caused a lot of the problems.
You guys could write a book, honestly.
Well, it's not. I mean, I really am a marginal person with this. The only reason I wanted to say something about it is because people don't understand how destructive this bunch of people
Oh,
are,
I do. I think they're dangerous.
and they really shut people up. They threaten to release all your texts, and they're going to expose all the private conversations you have. Just really nasty stuff. It's like, screw you, people. What kind of human beings are you? Talk about dirtbags.
Well, I hope they all have to end up paying some type of consequence for this, because it's caused a lot of emotional pain. And, I can't even watch those channels when I see what they talk about Scooter and Carolyn. It's like they're so focused on Scooter and Carolyn. It's an unhealthy thing. I mean, this is beyond stalking. And I don't know why they would pick on Scooter, because she's so sweet. Scooter, are you moving? Moo?
Hmm?
Do you think Scooter's frozen, or she's able to Scooter, how do you sit that still? She's
Yeah, I think
texting.
she's trying to look. I think she's looking something up, some stuff.
I'm here. I was just letting them know who was live right now talking about him. But so I put who it is, but just don't go there and harass,
Yeah,
because then I'll get
right,
accused of that, I guess, is how they figure.
right.
They'll say, oh, Carolyn's,
Oh yeah,
whatever they call us, come over and harass us.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they have this absolutely stupid thing that they love to tell each other, that there's this group of flying monkeys that are sent from this channel to go drive other people crazy. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, it's so demented. It's delusional. It's like all of the bullying and the harassment that it's such a projection. I mean, here these people were doing it themselves. It's just, but they're not going to last. Also, they're
So,
half of them aren't speaking to each other, so they're basically, uh, gosh, if Kim CS had a rant on her channel, I'm wondering if you think she'd get 3 people to show up now. Nobody's speaking to any of those people anymore. They're trying to be relevant, but they're just,
but it was so nice to hear, that somebody said what he's doing to Mommy Ramblings is disgusting.
yeah. Can you tell me who that was? Is there someplace I can go look?
I can send you the link.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Scooter,
Uh,
can you direct message me the link, and please?
Scooter,
Yeah.
Scooter got an
Because I'm not
8
looking at chat right now.
Let's see. Jan wanted me to show her last comment to you, Moo. Where is it? I can't find it now.
Oh, you mean you can control what goes up there?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Can you believe it?
That's so cool.
I
Isn't
could
it?
see like a white. Okay, I see Sleeping Beauty says those bunny ears look like they are something. Not one way.
There it is, Moo.
Oh, Jan, thank you so much. That really means a lot to me, Jan. I appreciate that.
That's sweet.
I really do. Thank you so much.
Scooter, thank you for coming on and doing a live.
Oh, you guys are welcome. I mean, I wanted to, and I thought, Karen. Oh my gosh. See, I'm ready for bed too.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you mixing Carolyn up with neck brace Karen?
What is the neck brace Karen thing? I never got that. What is that?
Oh, that goes back to that's a whole other. That's another troll. There was this guy who faked this guy Truthy Magoo who went after Carolyn and everybody, and he turned out to be.
That's crazy. I didn't want to come on panel because I'm like, oh my goodness, then I'm gonna have to deal with these people. But I don't say anything mean about anybody when I'm on panel. I think the only time I ever did anything, Scooter basically like she didn't say shut up, Mimi, but I think she said like tone it down because I knew from the beginning what that person was gonna do, and I was already paranoid from when the other person, the AL person, tricked us into being a member and then went up on panel. And so ever since that incident, I'm like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen now when a stranger or someone they hang out in the chat and they're like, oh, can I come on
Well,
panel?
let me, Slack and Discord and my iPhone, texting with my erstwhile friends, you think you're having private conversations. Nothing is private.
Oh, right, right,
Nothing
nothing.
is private. And Slack is, so you can't, you can't control who comes in. You can't control who, you can
I mean,
control.
but don't you have to give, as the
No, no,
creator, give
wait,
permission?
no, I'm saying I misspoke. You can try to control it. And you can
Right.
ask for credentials, but you never know when someone who you can fully identify and you can know exactly who they are in real life, you never
Yeah,
know when that person is going to go bonkers and start saying all kinds of crazy stuff.
yeah,
And
because that AL person had been in our chat for so long, and people were saying hi, and
listen, all of these people, most of these people who have been on a rampage against MRB channel, and Carolyn specifically, are, but I mean all ramblers. Most of these people used to come here, and they were considered, they were friends and part of the community, and then they suddenly got hurt feelings over things and felt like, I mean, I have texts from people too. I'm not sharing the text saying, Carolyn didn't pay attention. She didn't say hi to me last night. I'm so angry at her. She's so awful. And, you're saying, well, she can't see the chat 20, it's just ridiculous.
right,
Like
not
children.
looking at the chat.
And then they run off and with this grievance of, oh my God, she ruined my life. She didn't say hi to me.
It
I mean, it's ridiculous.
is
And
childish.
so a lot of these people, some of the worst people, were, they were people that you would have thought were friends. And it's not that no one knows who they are. They were vetted. It's not, but you can't control how people are going to suddenly go nuts and feel, have some deep-seated sense of
Well,
not being
Scooter,
served
in
properly.
mood, don't you think that it's possible that those groups are purposely sending people into the chat
Yeah, of course
and
they
they'll
are.
be here for months and it was the original intention all from the beginning?
Yes, of course that's what they're doing. That's why Carolyn's always, people say she's so mean when people come into the chat. But she's not being mean. She's trying to smoke out whether it's one of these ridiculous alt people, people with their alt. It's just so
Yeah.
silly. It's like, you know, these they really don't understand uh, how quickly life can change for you, and that spending your time trolling people on YouTube is kind of stupid. Really stupid. I mean, we had a community here. We still do.
Yes.
You can't.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put the link in to her chat. Okay, if anybody wants to check it out.
You're
Oh,
putting it in
Okay.
chat now, so then
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
replay.
Please don't harass anybody over there though, because that'll
Oh
get
no,
Carolyn in trouble. They'll say,
I never
oh,
do that. I
Carolyn
never
sent
do
her,
that.
yeah, they'll say Carolyn sent her gang here, and Carolyn's not even on the live,
Right.
and I'm not doing that either. So I'm just
No, of
telling you
course
in
not.
case you want
No.
information or,
Right.
just you can go listen.
It'll be interesting to read it.
Did you put the link
Yeah.
there? Oh, okay.
Okay, you guys
Thanks,
see it right
Scooter.
there?
I can't see chat, but I'll do the replay. And I don't even know how that works because it says top chat replay. So I don't know what it's
You need to
playing.
click the live chat instead of top chat.
Okay.
Yes, everybody be nice. I am going to go there and listen for a little bit. I'm going to lay in
Yeah.
bed and listen and go to sleep.
Okay, yeah, it's 5:00.
Scooter, I
I'm gonna
apologize
be
for being so verbose.
no. It was really great to hear your story because I had not heard about that before, and I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Oh no, I let it happen. I was stupid to get suckered in. But Mimi, you owe it to yourself to go look at the December cluster. They're pretty much marked J bells. Just search for J. You'll find it's red December 20.
Yeah,
You'll see all that.
I'm intrigued that it wasn't like she just tricked one person.
Oh no,
I can't even imagine how a person could be physically around another person and fake brain cancer. That it's just that's what I'm saying. I think she's a professional grifter.
well, it's all been spelled out. I mean, you don't even have to speculate. You can just go watch and you'll see the whole thing unfold. It pretty much unfolded real time around. I think it was the 27th, but it was right around Christmas. It was 26th, 27th, something like that. Anyway, okay. Well, Scooter, thank you so
Well,
much.
it's
I
5:00.
apologize to everybody because I do talk too much,
No, it
and
was
I
great
do
listening to you,
apologize.
Moo.
But I think people should know that these are lies. These are lies, and they're really stupid
It's okay, baby.
Is
doing this.
that a
Okay.
baby crying?
No, that's my little mittens. She wants her attention. The
Yes,
cat.
I figured out that it was my cat that blocked Robbity Bob. Do you remember? I wasn't able to see her for it was days and days, and I guess the cat must have put the paw on the phone. Took me forever to figure out. I woke
That's
up on the Saturday morning and I said I have to fix this.
Oh yeah, my cats have really sent some crazy. You know how autocorrect tries to fix something that your cat puts in and then hits send, and so autocorrect has allowed my cats to send some really crazy stuff.
Well, the one cat that gets close to my phone is my fault because I downloaded an app that was a koi pond and it's a live, like almost like a live wallpaper. And I would let the cat, like, it would go after the fish. And I think that's why it likes my phone. And I think also my cat likes Scooter's voice. Yes.
Well, when my cat Peter, who's my oldest cat now, he used to when we first moved to Florida, he wouldn't come out. He was terrified. He was just so traumatized by the move, and he wouldn't come out for a month. He'd come out and eat and use the, but he was just scared. He hid all the time. But whenever Carolyn came on, he'd hear her voice, and he would come out from hiding and come and sit next to my tablet, because I think it was like home for him. He'd hear Carolyn's voice and he'd feel like there was something.
Okay,
Scooter,
guys.
thank you so much,
Well,
Scooter, for
thank you,
Thank you
tonight.
Scooter.
I
guys for
appreciate
coming
it.
and hanging out.
Thank you for
Have a
letting me.
wonderful night, a wonderful day.
Yes, you guys
Keep
have a
scooting
great day
on.
and
Beep,
be
beep,
safe.
beep, beep,
Good night,
beep, beep.
everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Take care.
See ya. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Moo. Thanks, Mimi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scooter.
Thank you for all the moderators, like Carolyn says, and everyone here. See ya.
And prayers for everybody.